Hello and welcome, pageant family. This is a very unusual episode. We have some breaking news about a Miss Universe Thailand contestant who is a huge fan favorite. She is contestant number 82, and some allegations have recently surfaced which she is addressing that are also going to be addressed by Miss Universe Thailand. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this episode. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. If you do, then you're gonna know when brand new special episodes just like this one are posted, so you don't wanna miss out on any of that info. In this episode, I'm gonna share what I know about these allegations, and we're gonna start by sharing a statement from Executive Director of TPN 2018, which said, "We give her a chance to quit on her own. If she leaves now, she will have a chance to run again next year. This is not a heartless decision, but I must maintain rules for credibility. If she is exempted, how will I answer the other 29 contestants?" Today, contestant number 82, because I don't know how to pronounce her name in Thai, please excuse me, held a press conference where she spoke about the controversy and confessed that she and Mr. Bank are friends because she is a professional model and he is a manager of many celebrities in Thailand. So the relationship between them two is what people are alleging is inappropriate and would disqualify her for this year's competition. She specifically mentioned that she has not signed any contract with him, nor has Mr. Bank signed any contract with the Miss Universe Thailand organization. Other people have stated online that he is technically an independent contractor. In her defense, she went on to say that she has not received any special help from Mr. Bank throughout the competition, and she has the right to stay in the competition and fight for the title fairly. She mentioned, please do not take that right away from me. I do not mind if you do not give me the crown, but I want to compete in the final night with my friends. She wants to continue her journey in Miss Universe Thailand, and her lawyer has stated that the national director must be more professional while making any decisions because she does not have any family support and she has been living by herself and working as a model to support her life. Wow, this is shocking and upsetting for so many of her fans, and really for the pageant world. This is not something that you want in the news 10 days before your national competition. If you are surprised, comment surprise down below, because this is not something that I expected. I doubt it's something that she expected to happen. Here are my thoughts on the situation. Since these are allegations and therefore they are not proved or fact, there is a lot of gray area here. I believe that she has her right to be heard out on this issue. I feel like a lot of the damage has been done because this competition is so popular in Thailand. I personally would be worried that the judges that would judge her on finals night have already seen this, and it's sort of put a black eye on her as a contestant, which is unfair. But also what's unfair is if she did have an advantage that the other contestants didn't have, which we just don't know yet. This is a difficult situation, but if I were in the position of the directors, of course I would look into this. I would want to know from both sides, the contestant and Mr. Bank, who allegedly had some sort of relationship with her prior to the competition, what was the nature of that relationship, and had he indeed been giving her any confidential advice that could give her an advantage in the competition. Now, if you are hiring somebody within your organization, whether they are full-time staff or an independent contractor, typically those people are going to sign some type of agreement saying that they aren't going to be having professional or non-professional relationships with the contestants during a year of competition out of fairness for everyone. But I don't know what he signed or didn't sign. I don't know what she signed or didn't sign. And I think that that's what we have to come back to, is what were the agreements that both of these people entered into, and is she actually breaking any rules just by knowing someone? Because I'll tell you, pageantry is a small world, and it's hard to exist in this industry for a long time and not see some of the same people over and over again. So I don't think it's that big of a deal if she knew someone because of her experience in modeling prior to Miss Universe Thailand and runs into them at the competition. I witnessed this happening at Miss USA actually. There were contestants, and there are contestants, who know members of the Chi hair care team. Does that mean that those contestants get preferential treatment? In my opinion, and from what I've seen, yes, sometimes that does happen, but that's gonna happen everywhere in life. I have seen this in the modeling industry. I have seen people get pulled in front of me at castings because they have an in, because they know a casting director. Now, does that mean that they always book the job? No. Does that mean that the contestant who knows somebody in the organization always wins? Absolutely not. Because like I said, there are so many paths that are going to cross when you're a part of this industry. It's almost unavoidable. Now, the only fault I would say is if they sign contracts and the contract stated that they must disclose these relationships prior to the competition, which I've seen contracts like that or sign contracts like that for myself being on the staff side working for different organizations. And I think that what's important is that prior disclosure. Now, without that disclosure before the competition or before entering into that contract, yes, then I think that with these allegations, if they do or are proven to be true, that they could permit for disqualification. But like I said, there is a lot of gray area here. And if you have an opinion on this, please do me a favor, screenshot this episode, post it on Instagram to a story or a post, tag and hashtag me at Dani Walker, because I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. And also, it's a huge help for just sharing about the channel and supporting it. So if you appreciate and if you love content like this, then please do me a favor and share that. But these are really my thoughts, and overall, what I think back to is when there was a scandal in the US, in the USA organization. And there was a title holder, and it wasn't just alleged, but it was proved, and it came out that she was participating in some activities that really aren't fitting of a queen. And during that time, a lot of people were wondering, well, is her crown going to be taken away? And the way that the USA organization approached it was, no, we are going to show grace. And I have seen this in the USA organization before personally as a contestant. I've actually gone to a pageant, and prior to the competition, the contestants were addressed together and told that certain things have come to light regarding a contestant's behavior, and it's up to that contestant, if you think it's you, to come to the director honestly and disclose about these things so then they can work it out and decide, is this something that's going to disqualify you or not? And it was a really interesting situation, but in that case, the directors decided to show grace and give grace. And I think it's especially important when there is a gray area where things are a little bit murky. Now, it's different if something happened like somebody was switching scores for you backstage, or somebody was telling all the judges they need to pick you, or influencing the judges unfairly. I think that that's a different situation. But when it comes to something like you just happen to know somebody, and there's that gray area about what's in your contract or not, I think that I would err on the side of grace, because we are all human, we are all imperfect. Should things have been done differently? Probably. If they had been done differently, we might not find ourselves in this situation, but now this is where we are, and we need to move forward from this. And do I think we should ruin this young woman's chances of taking home that title? No, not for this. I don't believe that what happened was done maliciously from what I've seen online. Of course, my opinion could change if I was directly involved in what was going on, and of course, then I would weigh in on that. But from what I have seen, outsider's perspective, I don't believe that this should disqualify her at this moment, with the knowledge that I have right now. So those are my thoughts on this, but I want to know what yours are. Please comment down below what you think, or if you don't want to share it publicly, you can always DM me on Instagram at Dani Walker. While you're there, please follow. I really appreciate each of you and hearing from you. And remember that this is a really sensitive issue right now that's currently happening. So please be kind in the comments that you do leave. Take that into consideration. We are all just people, and we want to treat one another like we want to be treated. So thank you so much for tuning into this special episode. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned something from it, or maybe learned a lesson for all my title holders out there or my contestants, what to do in these types of situations in pageantry, because they do come up from time to time. So thanks so much for tuning into this episode, and I hope you come back for the next one.